What's up guys, it's me Caitlin from CCO Tech and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be giving you an updated review on the DOQUAS Life 3 wireless headphones. Also, if you haven't watched my initial unboxing and first impressions of these headphones, then you can go check that out. The video is going to be linked in the description, so before you watch this one, you can watch that one and then come back to this just to see how, like, the full circle on how I feel about these headphones. And they've held up really great. This is the longest I've ever had a pair of headphones, because I normally purchase my headphones from Amazon and somehow, some way, they end up breaking or just they don't last as long as they possibly could. But before we get started with the review, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's get started. So as I stated before, I've had these headphones for about a full year now, and throughout that whole year, the quality has been amazing. I use them in wireless mode a lot, but there was a point in time where I'd use them in wired mode. What did happen though is that the aux cable that came with these headphones that I would plug into my laptop when I didn't feel like charging them did break. I'm not sure entirely what happened. Nothing physically was broken, like the wires were not sticking out, none of that happened, but the cable just lost connection. When I would plug it into my headphones and plug it into my laptop, I wouldn't get any audio coming through on the headphones. So luckily for me, I had my Jam Out There headphones aux cable, so I was able to use that with these headphones. And so, as I mentioned in the initial unboxing, the headphones made this little creaky sound. And it still does that to this day, actually. Like when I move them, you can kind of hear it creaking. It's predominantly coming from this side of the headphones. And I never really understood why it did that, but it wasn't a lack of durability, because I've dropped these a couple times. Nothing serious, but I did drop the headphones, and one of the pieces near the ear cuff did chip. Luckily, it wasn't the actual connector, so nothing was disconnected and unable to be put together. Ear cuff still has that full range of motion where I can move it 360, even though the piece right here is broken. So I'm glad that no damage was really done, just a little chipped off piece. That happens. Now with the overall ear cuff itself, we can kind of see some of the blue part of it peeling off, revealing a black underlayer, and we kind of see that it's flaking off a little bit. But what I find interesting is that it's on the outside. So when I put the headphones on, the kind of like deterioration is on this side, on the outside, where my face would be pointing. So it's from here, this part, not the back. So I'm not sure what I really did differently when listening to music and watching videos, but that's where the deterioration is occurring. On the inside though, it's perfectly fine. There's no damage done here. It might be from just like the constant like grabbing it from there. I'm not entirely sure, but that's the small damage done there. It doesn't affect sound quality, but I mean, all the plugs still work, all the buttons still work. I don't know if it's always done this, but whenever I try to skip to the next track, it ends up calling someone instead of going to the next track. Like my music stops and I go on a phone call. That's happened 2 times in a row, and so now when I want to skip a track, I have to go to my phone to make sure that I do it manually, because I don't want to be calling people when I'm just trying to listen to music. I'm turning up the volume, turning down the volume, that works. I did test out the EQ modes when I was listening to some music, and there's like this isolation mode where you get more lyrics and voice versus the actual backtrack, you know, the beats. And then there's the heavy bass where, you know, you get more bass. And then there's the equal mode, or like equalization mode, where that's the standard where you're getting an even amount of voice and an even amount of music and bass. So that's the mode that I keep it on, because I don't really like to isolate lyrics, and heavy bass, I'm not a bass person. I like hearing the music for what it is. If there's already bass in it, then that's cool. I've done a lot of traveling with these headphones, gone on planes, long car rides, and charging and battery life is still amazing. I went on a trip for about 4 days, and I charged my headphones not even a full percentage. It was on 80%, these headphones, and they lasted the whole trip. And the car ride itself was 4 hours, and the car ride back, of course, was another 4 hours. and I was also using the headphones throughout the duration of that trip. So this has long battery life. Like, that's something that I've just always been so happy about. The battery life on these things is amazing. And so I did have Zinc headphones at one point, so I still have the case that it came with. And these headphones fit perfectly in it because you can fold them like this, and it fits in the case just like the Zinc headphones did. So that really helped a lot when I was traveling. I would put them in the case and then easily carry the case by my hand. Put it on my wrist, put it on a bag, hook it on, and easy travels. Another sign of use and a little wear and tear on these headphones is that the top headband, one side of it, it's kind of like peeling out of place. I can pop it back into place, so it's definitely not a big deal. Nothing that I'm really concerned about because the main hardware can't break. You can easily tape it or shove it back into place. So that's just a minor thing. The other side of the headband is perfectly in. It's glued in, no adhesive has been removed. So if one side's in, then the other side you kind of tuck back in and you're good. But other than that, honestly, these headphones, they don't even really get scratched up. Looking at the top and the sides, there are no scratches on the headphones. And this is just durable plastic material. So, I take these headphones a lot of places and, it's not always on soft materials, but the fact that there's no scratches, no real damage done, just a little wear and tear, I'm really happy with that. Overall, these headphones have been amazing for the full year that I've had with them. Sound quality is great, battery life is great, charging time isn't extremely long, and especially for how much battery life you get for them, I'm fine with having to charge them for 2 hours. They're very durable. Like the thickness, the comfort, it's all still there. When you look at them, you kind of see a little bit of wear and tear here and there. But overall, I think that the way that these headphones have turned out for having them for a full year, traveling, going places with them, not just using them at home in one place, is amazing. And I'm just loving the DOQUAS Life 3 wireless headphones. So I definitely recommend you go check out DOQUAS. It's an Amazon brand and I'll link them down below. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know I did, and I'm really loving these DOQUAS headphones. If you did enjoy, give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.